So what we generally do with names is just three things that kind of define that character. Are they strong? Are they unusually strong? Are they swift? Are they, are they third in line for the throne? Might be a name, there. So, yeah, generally, like I've got random names I can give people, but generally I found people I play with online are pretty good at doing this. So maybe, Paul, if you've got one, do you want to start off with that and give people ideas?
I got two. I got carried away this afternoon. It's like a sick bed thing. Yeah. So my first preference is for a knight called Sacaradog of Ve, which means Welsh for Fae. Sacaradog le Fae or Ve, and his names are Winged, Rider of Meadow Swift the Warhare, and Wielder of the Pixie Blade that cannot kill.
Cool.
And I took the liberty of giving the Pixie Blade 2 words: sleep and confusion.
Cool.
But the other one, who I also love, but I will put him aside in order to place a Caradog, is Sir Malcolm of the Black Mountain, who is a Ghast Knight, Lich-bound, Oathbreaker, Rider of Brimstone the Deathless, and Lost. But I think Sir Malcolm of the Black Mountain can just, go back to his brooding about what the hell happened to him.
No. All right. So I think that sets a really interesting tone of what were you the rider of?
Meadow Swift the Warhare.
Yeah.
I'm only 15 centimeters tall.
Nice. All right, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, Winged.
Are we down?
Rider of Meadow. Sorry.
Yeah, so that's an excellent world, but it's a very it's drifting more into the fantasy, which I'm comfortable with. But is everyone else comfortable with quite fantastical nights like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Fantastic. All right. So that gives you some open license to be any sort of knight you like. So who's got a plan? We can work through this stuff together.
I do not have a plan yet. I'm thinking.
I have some names when it's ready.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go.
Okay. I have Lady Neve, who is the axe bearer of the kingdom.
Nice.
She also holds the thrice pierced heart.
Thrice pierced heart, fantastic.
And she's also known as the Green.
Awesome.
That is brilliant. Okay, just a question on that.
Mm-hmm.
Is the axe bearer, does that mean you're like the executioner of the kingdom? And is that if that is true, is it still a position or is it just a title?
I'm kind of taking a bit of like Green Knight type inspiration along with a little bit of like Irish myth type Queen Neve type stuff. So mixing that a little bit. So definitely has some sort of seasonal ties, forest ties, and has a reputation for the axe having some sort of weight or some sort of ritual significance, whether that's executioner or some sort of weighty decision where someone's head has to be lopped off. You say potato, I say potato.
Yep. Excellent. All right. How are we going? Someone else?
What do you got, Dante?
I was thinking, I started writing down some stuff. I was thinking of of maybe like a knight who's like really old and just really, really fucked up and scarred. Like he's like, it's like a name like the Unfallen is just like a sort of a title almost of like this
Love
person has
it.
been regularly gets wildly injured but hasn't technically died yet. And then I was also thinking maybe like wielder of the like ashen mace, which I think is just like a mace, but it has like a flanged mace, but it has a spot in the top for like tar or oil that you can just light on fire. So it's just like a flaming mace, basically.
Love it. That's amazing.
And then I was trying to think of a third thing, but I don't have it just yet.
Yeah, it's cool. We can help you with that. Like we can all pitch in as a group if you want, or if
You did say old, unfallen, and wielder of the ashen mace or something. That's
Yeah,
three.
that works. I'll do, instead of old, I'll do venerable. Maybe just sounds a bit
Yeah.
more official for a knight to be venerable.
Yeah. And did you have a name? Sorry, I missed it.
No, that's always the last of the named things. Maybe just like Sir. I don't know. I'm always bad at names. I usually use name generators for that. Anyone have a good name for this character?
I'm using my generator. Here's your name. Sir Darkassin.
Okay, cool. It's easy.
Excellent. Go ahead, Brian.
Sir Dre. All I have so far is Messenger. I suppose my one of my names is Paired Scrolls. What is written on one appears on the other.
Oh, nice. Is that just an item, or does it need to be a name?
It could just be an item. Are we doing items as names or no?
You can do it if it like so. So Caradog's blade that cannot sleep has the pixie blade that cannot sleep has some
Cannot kill.
Sorry, has sleep and confusion as sub names.
Mm.
So you can, but I think a paired scroll is just a thing to do with your messenger.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, cool. I'll think of a couple more. I'm thinking.
We can help you with that. So you're pitching someone. Like, are you the herald of the thing? You go forth before the.
I keep pulling like graveyard stuff, so I'm thinking like maybe part of the messenger is beyond the grave.
Yeah. Okay.
Grave talker.
Nice.
How about that?
I had a character the other day. Yeah, grave talker is good. I had a character the other day that was speaker for the dead, which I found really on point in that kind of space. But you can go with Grey Talker if you want. You want to go with Speaker of the Dead or Grey Talker?
Yeah, I like
Grey
that.
Talker. Cool. All right.
What was the third name? Are we doing more? Like we're doing a like kind of a vibe?
The vibe of the character, if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll think of it.
Okay, we can help you.
No, I think I got it. No, it's cool.
Okay, sweet. Let us know when you're good.
Yeah.
So the question I had for you to kind of drill into your knights is, what famous weapon do you wield? I feel like three of you already hit that. So. Yeah, that is very on point, I would suggest. Okay, tell me what human, goblin, or monster are you famous for defeating?
I think Sir Darkassin, I think at some point fought I don't know how goblins work in this world, I guess, but I always think of goblins as like taking like many different shapes and forms. Um, I think that works in my head. And so there's like some massive goblin creature in some underground cave that they just needed to send a knight in to try, and everyone was dying and tried to send someone in to kill it. And I think I did technically kill it, but it was like no one saw the fight. I just came out, and so they just like people were just like, "Oh, you killed it. It must have been this great battle." And I was horribly injured, and it was like it was wiping the floor with me in actuality, but I just accidentally set something on fire with my mace, and then that ended up burning it alive somehow, and it was just like pure luck. But it's like the thing I'm famous for, but I'm like, but I didn't really earn it. But most people don't actually know that.
Sounds amazing. So that's how goblins are now too. They're shapeshifters, so that's great. Okay, so anyone else got
I
someone
speared a dozen red caps, which is also my weapon. I don't know what it does yet.
Excellent.
I killed the usurper.
The what, sorry?
The usurper.
Yeah.
Now quote unquote evil king that rose up to challenge our kingdom.
Yeah, fantastic.
So Caradog is famous for defeating the dragon Remanix in a game of chance.
Nice. Excellent. Okay, so I think we're ready. Just let us know when you got that extra name. But let's go. Right, we're all good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you are the host of men and allies has drawn up on one side of the river, and the host of the goblins is drawn up on the other. The queen is here, the young queen, of course, because the lady has killed the usurper who killed her parent, who was the former ruler of this land, and so she's only young. And the war between the goblins has been going on for some years, but she has negotiated a peace treaty with the goblins. So today, the hosts are drawn up not for battle; they're drawn up to sign a treaty across the river that will be the new border between the lands. And of course, she has her 4 most important knights and ladies with her to accompany her across to the island in the river where the treaty will be signed. Yep.
How are we crossing?
I imagine a boat of some intricate design. What did you design, Sir Caradog, for the boat?
Did Sir Caradog choose the boat? Then the boat is a borrowed elven boat, I think. A long elegant gondola.
Nice. Excellent. Now, as per the treaty that Sir Dre agreed, the 4 knights are to go and be matched by 4 goblins. Is anyone else to go across with the princess, the queen, sorry, or is it just the 4 of you for the signing?
I feel like there's a host of like other camp follower types, not a huge amount, but they've got to set up a small tent and lay out the proper accoutrements, and there has to be like, it isn't just nightly, it isn't just going to be like 8 people show up with their bosses and then a thing is signed. It has to be some sort of pleasantries and proper decorum to the scene, and the goblin host is expected to do the same. There's probably been a lot of planning to make sure we turn up at the right times to prevent any sort of shenanigans.
Yeah.
And if anything goes out of the plan, it would be seen as like a big problem.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, these armies that are arrayed are set for war. So it is. There could be a battle instead of a treaty here because the enmity is so high.
Goblins are sticklers for, the protocol of such things, right?
Yeah, they do want it just so, yeah. So are you, Sir Dre, are you in communication using your ability with paper with one of the goblins who is, to make sure everything lines up without having to be in the same space?
Sure.
Brian?
Yeah, sure. Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I didn't. That's all good. Yeah. So everything seems to be going smoothly. The penmanship of the goblin is very different to what you're used to, but things seem to be on track. No issues have come up yet, and the tents are all set up. So you think it's time. The queen, of course, is in her tent at the back of the host, and she's ready to kind of come down. Are you walking up to get her?
Sure.
Yep. So you grab the other three and you walk into the tent, and Sir Borland is in there, and he is making an animate claim to the Queen to not sign the treaty, and she just waves him aside when you guys come in, and he looks disgruntled and frowns at you and steps back.
At me?
Is there any...
Or us?
Yeah, well, you, but in particular, sure, you in particular, Sir Dre.
Okay. What's his name?
Sir Borland. The brave.
Sir Borland. The brave. Sir Borland. What issue do you take with this treaty?
The goblins are liars. They will trick us. There's no point signing a treaty. It's a waste of paper. And the Queen looks like she's getting annoyed now. He's been ear-beating her for a while, and she's had enough.
I turn to my fellow knights and give them a glance as if, any thoughts?
The goblins say the same of us, Sir Borland, that we are liars.
He looks down at you and says, they might say it of you, Sir Tiny.
I'm probably up at the height of his face, flying with my wings. So
yeah,
he doesn't have to look down.
All right, he doesn't look down, but he says the same thing.
Yeah.
He's clearly angry.
Put my hand up slightly and Bolland, you know that this must be done. We have to give them the chance to break the oath. Once they've broken the oath, your reputation precedes you. You will not back down. My reputation precedes me. We will be back in arms together like we did the time we took down the usurper, like the time you helped me on my quest. I remember the debt I owe you, but ask that this day you hold back your sword until the time is right. We have pledged to our queen.
All right, he is going to bow and back away at that. If you want him to change his view, you can roll for it. Or if you just want him to kind of clear the scene, he will clear the scene and leave it to you guys.
My intent is just I don't want him kicking off.
I think since everyone else has kind of engaged this conversation, I think that Sir Darkassin, I just want to say, is probably not paying attention to it and instead just like truly just being like a true sentry guard knight. Like, I'm here to protect the queen in case something goes wrong. I'm just paying attention to everything else, just as a heads up, I guess.
Yep.
Let's try and change. Let's have your speech try and change him, Tanya. If you think so, Caradog will back you up if need be. But let's try and change him. Have the roll.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. All right.
Happy to.
So roll a d6. The risk, of course, is that he is entrenched in his view.
Okay. So I've got it's d6.
Yep.
I don't think being the axe bearer really pays much here.
No, just roll.
Yeah.
No, just roll. Just roll,
It's
and then we work that
it's
out.
a one sword.
It's a 1, so that is you're somewhat convincing, and he will take no action during the peace treaty, but he may take action afterwards. He may rethink his view, or you can roll again and push it to try and convince him more permanently.
No, I'm happy with that. That's pretty much what I was aiming for.
Okay, so he bows and says his pleasantries to the Queen and leaves, and the Queen gives you a look of like thank you, but she doesn't say anything. And she stands up and says, "My knights, my 4 bravest and most noble, I have chosen you to accompany me for your great deeds, but also because of your common sense. We need this treaty to go well. The kingdom is tired of war. After the usurper and then the goblin war, it is too much for us. We must have peace." She says, so let us work so everything goes well. And so she, unless you say anything to her, she's going to start walking out, dressed in her finery.
I will accompany her on Meadowswift, my armored warhare.
Excellent.
Yeah, I want to try and walk in front of her just as a true just bodyguard fashion of like just one step ahead, not like directly in front of her, but to the side, so that if something were to fly out or whatever, I could step in front of it.
Yeah, excellent. And so the men and the women and the allies in the army, so many of them have come to the walking place to cheer her on, because obviously she's a very popular queen. Many of them have garlands of flowers on their helmets or on their spears, to signify the peace. So she kind of waves and puts on a brave smile. But seconds ago, when you saw her, she was nervous. This is really important. Okay, so you walk down to Darkassan leading the way. I'm going to get these names right. So Darkassan is leading the way. You arrive at the boat. It's arrayed as you planned, Sir Caradog, and the guards you put upon it are there to ensure that there was no tampering.
There'll be I guess it will be drawn up along the bank so that the Queen can get aboard easily. Is there like a wooden? Maybe we built like a wooden jetty or something, so she doesn't have to, wade out into the river. But I ride straight to the prow and sit there.
Excellent. Okay. So you all hop on the boat, and it senses the right time and moves without any effort towards the island. You can see that the goblins are matching pace. So Dre, your messaging with one of the hosts is still going well. Everything's calm. Everyone they're sending positive messages. Seems to be fine.
Mm-hmm.
And you start to pull up at the island, that is now deserted island with the tent. Okay, they are travelling in a goblin barge, which is being rowed by the 4 attendants. Okay, you walk carefully up the slope, I assume, and they do the same, and you come to the tent. So the Queen and the Goblin Princess embrace, and the table with the treaty is laid out, everything is perfect. They start exchanging words. Through the negotiations, they've clearly become friends, close friends, perhaps even more. They are very, very supportive of each other, and there's no hitch from either of them in this scenario. The goblins arrayed across from you. One has taken the form of a bear. The others have taken the form of large, muscled. What's that?
Sorry.
Oh, bear hands.
Bear hands.
Yes, a large white bear is the kind of leader, and the others are arrayed as various kind of mixed creatures, cat, man, and things like that. As is their wont, they're showing off their skill at shape shifting in this environment. Okay, so after the embrace, they step apart and they talk to each other. They're saying the speeches that they will want to say, and suddenly there is another person there. They have appeared in a puff of purple smoke. They snatch up a dart and fling it towards the princess. And sorry, this is a bit like I'm not going to let you guys do anything, but they sling it towards the princess, and the goblin princess steps in front to save. Fling it towards the queen. The goblin princess steps in front to save the queen and is struck by the dart. And then all hell is starting to break loose. They're shouting and.
I immediately want to try and grab our queen and just start like escorting her away, just like true like bodyguard, get her to the black car situation of like I don't have time to figure out who that was or what's going on, but I need to keep my queen safe.
Yep, absolutely. You grab her, she's in your protective power, and you're pulling her back.
For the rest of us, who is this dude that appeared in the purple smoke? Do we recognize him?
What they look like?
They're encased in a black cloak, which covers their feet as well. They're stepping back and away as though they're going to flee.
I'm running in with the not the sharp edge side of the axe, with the sort of side that doesn't have a blade, and I'm going to kneecap him with it. I'm going to run in and just smash down like a polo shot.
Yeah, fantastic. They're going to try and dodge that, so we get you to roll. Meanwhile, the other goblins, like their princess has just been struck by a dart. They are enraged and charging forward, especially as the lady runs forward with the axe. They're like, is this a fight? And they're starting to, the white bear bellows with rage. Okay, swing your axe, lady, and have a roll. They're trying to jump over it and step away. A 2. Okay, so that's a strong blow. You've hit them in the knee, but they have in their hand like a purple orb, which is the same color as the purple that they appeared in, and like they're going to crush it, and you think that means they're going to escape. So you can, you can let them go.
No. I've basically done a polo shot down. I'm just going to bring the axe straight up and take off the hand.
Oh, nice. All right. So the knee is a definite with a 2. You're going to need to go higher with to get the hand as well. Okay.
And does my Oathbreaker come into this? Like the fact that I'm using. Yeah. Okay. So is it 1d6 or?
Yeah, just roll a d6 and try and get another success.
Yeah. Oh,
you miss.
The complete opposite. I roll a 6.
Okay, so you can let that stand, which would be them laughing at you and saying, "You paid me, you cannot kill me." Right? Which will imply to the goblins that it's you guys who have done this, which would be pretty. Or you can swing faster.
Or I can always take a devil's bargain as well, can't I?
No, you need to roll. You need to roll a 4 on the first, or if you roll a 4.
Oh, is it when you roll a 4? Okay. I just thought it was something you could take automatically. Okay, I'm taking my reroll from that.
Yeah, you could take some help.
Oh yeah. So help going first. Yeah, definitely, because you're all sitting there. Thank you.
Yep. So Caradog, are you good to help? You mentioned that
well,
you
it
were
depends.
ready to help.
It's quite crowded, right? Because there's the wielder of the axe of the kingdom, the lady. What's her name? I'm sorry, I
Maeve.
didn't write it down.
It's in chat too.
Maeve. It's okay, Maeve.
I'm on my phone, so getting into chat
Yeah,
involved.
Mabe.
Me being more
MEBDB.
You can spell it however you want.
Eb.
Yeah.
Mabe.
Cool. Okay, yeah. Well, so Lady Eb's in there, but also there's like several bear-sized goblins charging in there too. So I think Sir Caradog will endeavour to, on Meadowswift, will intend to use his speed and size to get around the back and swiftly stick this black-cloaked sorcerer in the back of the neck with his pixie blade.
All right, make the final roll and let's see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Now, for that, I do need to work out how to get into chat. Hold on.
Or just roll a d6 if you had one.
Yeah,
We trust you.
Yeah.
If I had a d6 on me, I would. I'll go and get my bag in a sec. I'll tell you what I'll do. Even better.
We could also roll it for you, technically.
Yeah, no, hold on. Give me a moment to shake it, Dante. Now you throw it for me.
Yeah, roll it, Dante.
1.
D6. 1.
Okay, that's a 1. And so that brings us back to a 2 because you had a previous success. So it's a hit on the leg, a crush of the globe, gone. But they are badly hurt on the leg now as they've disappeared. So that will probably help you identify them later. But bang, they're gone, and they don't say the words that create furor. But then the goblins are there. They're in your face, Sir Dre, and they're shouting, "You've heard our princess." 2 of them have gone to the princess's aid, and the bear is shouting at you. You've heard our princess.
Yeah, and they disturb me because I'm scribbling like, "What is this? Goblin princess is hurt. Is hit, right?" Like, and now they're in my face.
Yep.
And I say, "Back off, bear."
All right. So the goblin who was going after the assassin sees you put your axe down, Lady Maeve, and is not mollified, but he's not attacking immediately. He's shouting, our princess is attacked. It's your fault.
And I said, my queen was attacked.
And he points and says, only one of them is lying with the dart.
Agreed.
Okay, so Darcassian, the queen, is distraught about the princess being wounded, and is saying, "We must ensure that the treaty can go ahead. We must save the princess and ensure the treaty can go ahead." And she's pointing as though to take her back, so that she can fix this and try and convince the goblins that everything's done well. But they're very agitated.
Do I get a response?
Do we get?
By the way,
from the bear?
No, from the person I'm scribbling to.
You're writing to one of the 4 in the room, aren't you? On the goblin side? Oh.
No, I thought I was talking to other goblins, like their higher ups or something.
Oh, you can be talking to. Yeah, okay.
Sorry, I didn't.
So what was your message?
It was
like, what was your message?
What is this betrayal? Right?
Okay, they're going.
Goblin
What betrayal?
Like, okay, they don't know.
What betrayal?
Anything. Okay, that's I would have just yelled that to Dante's character, which I can never. I told you your name and I can't remember.
Darcassin. Can we look at the goblin princess and see her condition? Like what's happening to her exactly?
She's in a fever. She's like confused, but she still has some senses about her. But she seems to be fading, as though she's not passing away necessarily, but definitely falling into some sort of sleep or swoon.
Okay, so I'm gonna say I'm gonna go. No matter what happens with the treaty, we need to find a healer as soon as possible.
Yep. The Queen
Do we
says,
know? Okay, sorry. I was gonna say, do we know if there is like a healer nearby, or because we sailed over here, or if there's like does this effect look magical at all, or is it just like a poison? Or
okay, you're picking the dart up and having a look.
yeah, I'll touch the dart. I'm old. What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, you pick it up, and it is coloured red and black, and the dart has on its end not it has like a needle, and the contents are not I don't know, it's a strange kind of poison that you don't recognize immediately. And the Queen is looking over your shoulder and says, the court wizard Marlin the Magnificent will know. He will know. Take it to him.
Where is Marlin?
His tent is arrayed off to the side of the host. He keeps to himself, but his tent is nearby. He's a foreboding figure.
Well, I can go the fastest out of Casson because I can fly from here with the dart. So allow me to take it to him.
And the Queen grabs you and says, not yet, my friend. We must make a treaty. If one of us flees this island before an arrangement is made, we could start a war.
Then who can sign for the Goblin Princess, Your Majesty?
She says, no, not the treaty, an arrangement with these. And she points to the goblins. And she wants to speak to them.
Who is their like senior hero? Who's the big cheese amongst the bear?
White bear.
Do we know him? Have we fought him? Has Lady Ebb gone up against him? Yeah.
Yes.
I look at Lady Ebb to broker a deal, I guess.
Okay. I walk up to the white bear.
Mm-hmm.
And say, I leave my axe with you so that we may go seek. What is the wizard's name? So that I may go fetch
Marlin the Magnificent.
Marlin the Magnificent, for he may know how to save your princess.
He goes, you leave a toy when I have a princess dying?
I leave my honor.
Mm-hmm. He says, you have no honor. Clearly very angry.
Okay, calm down, everyone. Calm down.
All right, so the Queen, if you guys don't stop her, she's trying to get to the princess.
I won't stop her, but I want to stay close to her.
Yeah. Okay, so she reaches over and like cradles the princess's head in her hands and just going like, we will save you. We will work out a way. And the two goblins are there going, don't touch her, witch.
Wow.
I mean, princesses just they go, so they're quite emotional.
Sorry, Tanya.
Oh no, it's okay. I'll sort of say to the white bear, I'll say, send one of your number with me to ensure that I act honourably. You have my blade. I carry no other weapon.
Mm-hmm. Very well. He points to one of the cat-headed. No, in fact, he goes, I will go myself. Okay. No one else is to leave here. And he points to you, Sir Dre, and says, send a message. This is what will happen. Yep. So do you write that message on your paper?
I do. Sorry.
Okay. All right. He checks the message to check it's legitimate, and then he strides towards the boat.
I show it to him.
Yeah. He strides towards the boat. Your boat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the two of you hop on the boat and travel to the other side. Yeah, and the army parts as you walk towards the tent. And the tent is like there's a lot of concern and people talking. Do you give them a message as you walk past of what's going on? Sir Borland is there.
It's myself that's there, so I'm just going to say, I'm going to be focused and say, hold. I'm just going to say they must hold. They must hold.
Okay, so Borland gives you that look like if the fight starts, he will be aggressively pursuing this battle with murderous intent. But his words that comes out as he turns to the host are, hold! Everything is fine. Hold your positions.
We go.
Okay, you cut.
Yeah. We can see. Yeah, I'm happy to hold back and see what happens on that. But character-wise, beelining for our wizard.
Yep. Okay, so you come upon the set-aside place, and there is a tent of black that the wizard lives in. There is a guard set here, and the guard steps aside when you come towards them. There's a knot of guards. They look confused about what they should be doing, not to do with what's happening out there, but just what they're doing standing guarding the wizard's tent, because it makes them nervous. You come upon the tent, and it's black, like a hole is torn in the sky.
I tell the guards that they're all dismissed as we go in.
Oh, they gratefully flee the scene. Okay, so you push in, and inside is quite pleasant. There's no blackness. It's like a very nice, breezy, airy tent with a white linen. There is a servant standing there. He's holding a tray, and he's asking if you would like a drink in a very calm manner.
I basically just tell him I need to see his master and dismiss the servant to leave.
Okay. He pulls the flap aside and says, "My lord, you have guests." And the wizard comes out, and he's wearing his terrifying robes that you've seen him in before, but he's also wearing soft slippers, and he has reading glasses on. And he comes forward and like, lady, what has occurred?
And I'm looking because I'm in full paranoia mode. I'm like checking he's not limping or anything.
He's not limping, though.
No. Brilliant. Okay. So basically, I lean in so that the white bear and myself and the three of us can hear, but this isn't to be broadcast. I'm like, there's been an assassination attempt on our queen. The goblin princess stepped in and was hit. You must save her life to save our queen's will, that peace should reign.
He is immediately, like he puts the book that he has down on the table next to the thing, and he says, "Come, let us go to the island." And he starts to wave his hands.
Yeah.
And the three of you are starting to be drawn into his spell, and the bear is like, "Oh, what?" But you kind of, there's a swirling, and suddenly you're in a tent on the island. And the bear goes, "The trickery of the assassin." But it's very different. It looks and feels very different. Marlon pays no attention to him and rushes to the Goblin Queen's princess's side. He says, "What?" And he's going, a malady. What has done this?
We showed him the dart.
We showed him the dart. I don't know if I still had it or if I gave it to. Yeah, but show the dart.
Takes the round. You all notice he's wearing soft slippers. You have never seen him wearing soft slippers before. It's very contrasts dramatically with his dark black cloak, the same color as the assassin was wearing, of course. But he's a much larger person than the assassin was. So he looks at the dart and he sniffs it and he tastes it with his tongue and he says, "Yes, this is a poison. Never fear. In my library, there will be a cure for this." And he goes, "I simply must." And he goes, "Oh, I should not have licked this dart," and falls over.
You know what's really funny is I thought about licking the dart earlier to try and detect the poison, and then I thought, you know what, that's actually a really horrible idea because I'll probably just poison myself as well. I won't do that. That's silly. And then
All right. So the queen turns to the four of you and says, I charge you with this quest. Go to the library, find the cure, come and save our wizard and the princess.
Do we know where the library is?
You have no idea. He has a tower back at the castle, but that's some day's travel away. And you don't think that you would have to, work more quickly than that.
Where is your library hidden, Marlin?
As he's kind of drowsing, he says, in my tent. It's in my tent. I never travel without my library. You just must.
Gone.
Not asleep.
That's what happens if you go to work in your slippers.
Mm-hmm.
This was not OSHA compliant wizardry.
Okay, so the Queen says, to allay the goblin fears, I will go with them or stay here with them, and you will go and collect the cure and come back.
I put a fist to my chest and I say, on my honor. And I go to his tent. He teleported with his tent, right? It came here?
No,
it
he
didn't
just
come here?
teleported
Oh,
just
okay.
through. Yep. So you guys have to travel across the boat.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to head immediately towards the boat.
So the Queen is staying on this island with the goblin heroes.
Yep.
And yeah, we're all leaving. How paranoid is Lady Ebb feeling? How paranoid are we all feeling about this? Or we just haven't got any choice?
Yeah. It's like, yeah. What can we do? Queen said, go get wizard. We got wizard. Wizard says, listen, I have got something in my library, but... Cheers. What have you got in your library? Where is it? What poison is this?
Yeah, he's down. He's asleep like the
I take it. Yeah, I mean, Sir Dre can read, right? He's probably the literate one of the four of us, the most educated anyway. I can read Fey texts, but not wizardly texts. So we got somebody who can probably maybe find their way around the library, maybe a little bit, maybe.
Sure.
Or maybe we'll find someone in there. Maybe Marlin has a library.
Did the poison kill him?
No one's dead.
Okay.
In a sleep, both in a sleep.
Yeah. So they're feverish, but like getting worse. So we gotta do something. Okay.
Yeah. It's not. You don't have days. You've got hours. Yeah.
Caradog is convinced there will be a librarian. We find a librarian.
Dre's like, if they were dead, I could talk to them. You just have to wait for an hour.
There is something else you can do there that doesn't leave you waiting for an hour.
You think a quick knife to the turn them dead faster?
Not that I'm thinking that in character so much.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I assume you're going to the tent?
To the tent?
Yeah, I want to get on that boat, go back across the water, go to the tent.
Okay, on the way, you come across the Borland, and he's going, what occurs? Where is the Queen?
You will have to be patient, Sir Borland.
He does not look patient. He looks agitated, but he's like, very well, if that is the Queen's orders. And he, again, turns to calm the host. Okay, so you arrive at the tent, and there is the servant there who you saw before. And he comes out, and he has his gold tray still under his arm. He's got white gloves on, and he goes, "Can I help you, noble lords and ladies? My master
Where's
is
the
out."
library?
The library? My master has no library. Okay, all of the information he requires is in his book, and he points to his book, and there's a book there that's written in flowing script on it. My diary.
I am. So Caradog is used to the notion of portals, right? Not living in Fae, having spent most of his life in Fae. So I will say we are looking for a gate into a library that you have never noticed.
Because my master never goes to a library. He sits quietly in his chair and is not to be disturbed for some hours behind a closed door, and then comes out reading his diary, I understand. And he's pointing again to the diary, which says my diary on it.
I'm going to walk over to the diary and just open it. I'm just going to open it and see what happens.
You open it, nothing happens. But inside, there is literally one entry, and it says, I've started a diary. I hope it goes well. It will be a track of my adventures and deeds, and perhaps misdeeds. We will see. And that is it. Like, that's just one entry.
This guy is the wisest man in the kingdom. We have a problem. So I think we'll search. I mean, I think Sir Caradog will say, look, we are looking for a portal, and I guess we'll all search the tent for anything that might provide a way into, a pocket dimension, right, or a pocket universe.
Yeah. Okay. So you're all kind of walking around and looking and picking objects up and whatever, and the kind of butler dude is just standing there, kind of politely watching you, but checking you don't steal anything because he doesn't really know what's going on.
Under the carpet, behind the curtains, under the bed.
Yeah.
Well, those guys are doing that. I'm going to sit in the chair, open the book, and write in it. Where's the library?
Suddenly, the four of you are teleported to the library.
So we were all doing something. We all maybe thought we triggered it somehow. Like someone lifted a rug, and they're like, "Totally. Oh, you lift the rug to get there."
That is perfection. I love that. Okay, so you appear in a wooden panelled room. In front of you is a mirror. It's not pointing towards any of you in particular right now. And behind the mirror is a set of double doors. You're probably sitting on the ground. You're probably sitting on the ground, Sir Dre, because you were in a seated position when you came.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I fall down, but I hold onto the book, and I'm like, anyone mind if I keep this? And as I'm putting it in my bag, we might need this to get back.
Yeah, I would not just leave it here.
Mm-hmm.
Did the transportation bring my hair? Am I without my hair?
Was your hair with you in the tent?
Oh, I guess it would have been.
And yes, the hair's there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay, so yes, it's a stone room with double doors on the other side, and there is a mirror that none of you have looked in yet.
I'll go look in the mirror.
Yeah. Okay. Picking myself off the floor.
Yeah, your reflection, Sir DeCaston, is as though you were Marlin the Magnificent, but 20 years younger with a full head of hair. And like the mirror image is looking out at you and moves as you move. He's going, looking good.
Feeling good.
This is just like a vanity mirror. Okay.
It's a vanity mirror for Sir Marlin. It's for Marlin the Magnificent, not for you.
Right. So I just have to see someone else's vanity when I look in the mirror. Amazing. Okay. How dark is it in here? Or
it's pretty light. There's kind of a glow coming from the wood paneling.
Okay.
So we have no reason at all to suspect that this place will be particularly dangerous, do we? So Caradog says, aloud.
So the mirror image says, not to you, when you look so good. But there's, the others can respond or whatever. But that's what the mirror says.
I pull out the book and write in
possible.
there. I write in the book, "What the fuck is with the mirror?"
There's no response in the book,
Okay.
and it goes, "Hey, that's some good writing."
Unreassured then by my comrades, I ride over and listen at the door.
You can hear quite a hubbub in the other room. There's a lot going on.
Wow, this is busy. This place is busy.
You're knocking. There's no reply to your knocking, but the door is like swinging easily.
I'll go in. I'll just step
shall
right
we?
through.
Okay.
I'm assuming
So you
there's
work-
dangerous things in here, but not because they're like monsters, as much as like this person was clearly unhinged when he designed his library.
So as you walk off, the mirror image goes, "Have a great day." Okay, you push into a large.
Just before we leave the image behind, I look at it and say, "Do you know your way around this library?" To the mirror.
No, but you do. You're so awesome. Like,
Okay.
you picture that it's just him who comes here, and he's got this thing that greets him, who's here, and makes him feel
Just
good.
bigs him up.
It just bigs him up. Yeah.
Jesus. Okay.
Okay, so as you push through the doors, there's a large rectangular room, and you're on the short end. To your left is a cage. In the cage, there is a blonde-haired woman who looks a bit frantic. The cage is being attacked by imps that are as the blackest imps you've ever seen. And as they're kind of attacking, one of them kind of hits the cage too hard and explodes into ink, like the black ink. It goes all over the woman's like wiping it off her face. The cage has some kind of signs on it. In front of you is a set of stairs which obscure the far end of the room. Pouring down those stairs is something again that looks like black ink. Huge pools of it just scooping down the stairs. So there are imps flying through the air, and then some of them are turning to look at you. On the side walls, there's 2 stories. The stairs go up to a balcony on the second story. On each story, there are a huge array of doors with signs above them on both levels, and between them are bookshelves full of books.
So you said there were signs on the cage, correct?
Yeah, you have to go over there. It's off to your left. You'd have to go over and have a look to see what they say. And plus, there's imps trying to attack the woman who's inside. And a host of imps have turned and looked at the 4 of you.
Surely we must engage these demonic creatures.
Yeah, I see the young woman. I say, I think I just light my mace on fire and hoping that helps. And then I'm just going to say, follow me. And I'm just going to run at the imps that are attacking this woman in this cage and just start trying to smash the ink.
Yep. So you easily smash the ink, so enough of the imps so the rest flit away and kind of like shake fists at you.
Who locked you in there?
She says,
Who
"I
locked
locked
you in
myself in. The imps have gone crazy. The library's gone crazy for some reason, as though the control is suddenly lost." You see the cage has a range of signs on it, and the signs say things like, all books must be returned before leaving the library, and things like this. I mean, this is some dude's personal library. You don't know why he's got this stuff on there. But there is a large sign that says, all visitors must sign in, and the must is underlined. And then a range of other signs of various import.
Are you the librarian? I asked the woman.
No. I'm one of the. She says, "Well, in truth, this book contains all the things that Marlon has written about, and I am one of his lovers from many years ago."
Ah. You are a memory of his.
Yes.
Judging by the mirror in the first room, I'm sure you look better here than you did in real life, I say. So, where do we start? Where do we sign in? We must sign in.
All these signs are for show. They don't mean anything. What are you here for? How did you get in?
Marlin is unwell. We are searching for a cure in his library. So we need.
Looks shocked.
Yeah.
She looks shocked and like, oh, that's a terrible thing. She says, "What is his ailment?"
Can you help us?
Yes, certainly. What is his ailment?
He's been poisoned.
She goes, and she points to a door across the room, and above the door is a sign that says herbs and poisons. She goes, perhaps your answer is in there. She looks reluctant to come out of the cage. There's still a vast swarm of imps around.
You are most helpful, lady. Thank you. And Caradog gives her a courtly bow. And then looks at his comrades.
She bows back with a courtly bow. It's a little bit kind of awkward because she's in a cage. In fact, Scrooby doesn't bow. She just nods her head. Yeah.
I want to ask her before we leave. I want to say, there's imps here that threaten you and us. Are there creatures in the library worse than imps?
She says, "Oh yes, far worse." She says, "Beyond this room," She points. So behind the stairs is another set of double doors that match the ones you came in. And she says, beyond those doors is the sky room, and beyond the sky room is the restricted area. Do not go to the restricted area under any circumstances.
What if the cure is in the restricted area?
Just poisons and herbs. She's pointing to them. Should be right there.
I would ask, what's in the restricted area?
Because, well, I've never been in there. But no one who goes there returns. And the rumor is that he's written of beasts and monsters. So,
So anything that he has written of, we could find in here. Perhaps we should restrict ourselves to poisons and herbs.
That sounds smart.
Right, you're going to the room you're directed to?
Yeah, but as we go by, I want to read one of the other doors. What does it say?
It says astrology and astronomy, ?
Mm-mm.
Question.
We could be in trouble.
Mm.
All right, who's going through the door first?
I'll go through first.
Oldest first.
Well, I was thinking I'm like old. If that, you put the people that are the more you're more willing to lose in the front of the army. That's.
All right, so Caston goes in first, and you come into a pleasant woodland. It's into a pleasant woodland. There's a door, a single door, not a double like the others. And there's a door just sitting in a woodland. You can walk behind the door if you want. There's a bunch of trees. There's lots of little shrubs and things around. And the trees and shrubs all have little, you know how you go to like a botanic garden or whatever, and they have a little sign that describes what it is? It's like that.
So it says like the species name or anything, but does it say on like the plaque like what it's used for, or it's?
Yep, 100%, and it's got like poisons and cures and all that sort of stuff.
Wow.
Okay. So there's a lot of things that are antidotes, but we don't know which one we need.
Correct.
I start searching for something that creates a magical slumber.
Yep. Okay, so you start looking around, and suddenly there is a tall, thin lady standing next to you who appears to be made of wood. And as you kind of look around, you see others emerging from trees.
Hmm.
Your
Menacing, Ali.
so Caradog, these are dryads, creatures that live in trees, men and women who live in trees. So they say, "Are you seeking something, lady?"
Indeed, I implore you to aid in this quest. Merlin the Magnificent, and amongst others, has been struck down by an assassin's poison. He lies in slumber. Some sort of magical medley.
You have, if such is true, you have failed the first test of the library. All visitors must sign in. Anywhere you go in the library now, people will see a sign above your head that says thief. She points to you, Lady M, and she's like, thief. And then she points across to Dre and goes, book burner. And so you all have these horrible names that will set the library people against you.
Okay. I march back through to the other room and sign the book.
All right. So you immediately turn around and pop through the door.
Oh, apologies.
Yeah, you pop through the door, and the lady who was in the cage is gone.
Is the cage gone?
Nope.
It was a trick. Is there a book?
I pulled it out from my satchel, and I signed my name in it.
Okay. One of the Strides looks over your shoulder and goes, "Unfortunately, you are still a book burner."
That's okay. I might burn this book later.
They look greatly concerned by that. Like, whoa,
they
hang on. You are a book burner?
Yeah, I'll pull out a lighter and I'll be like,
no. I mean, no.
I get why they'd be upset by that, but shouldn't they be more upset by books since it's like made from them? You know, like it's like a cow looking at a hamburger.
yeah, that's true. They're probably that too. Okay, so
is there a visitor's book? Is there a visitor's book here somewhere?
So you open the cage. You open the cage and walk inside. So the person who was standing here has left, and they've left a trail of footprints. If you wanted to follow them, but yes, there is a large book stashed crudely under the counter, as though someone has ripped it off the thing and shoved it underneath so that people couldn't see it. And yes, it's the visitor's book.
I hand it Quill.
I'll write my name in it, but at the same time, I'm also going to scan back up and see if there's any lady names, or any possible names of who that lady was.
Yes. So the last name written in ink that is still drying is Lady Sarah Borland.
Oh. Marlin is
Moreland?
Sir Borland.
Yeah.
No,
so Borland the Warmonger turns out that
Borland the Brave. The Brave.
Sister, probably. You guessed from their ages.
Oh, a sister.
Borland the Brave. Sister,
okay. Okay. I thought it was his wife. I thought Marlin had been really causing trouble.
Could be both. We don't know.
But also, I don't think she's a memory if she's writing in this book.
Yes. Clearly, she was being attacked by the imps because she's a thief. But not any longer. She signed the book.
And so do I.
Yeah. So we all signed the book, I guess, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I maybe struggle a bit with writing my name for a while. I think it's if you've seen like someone in like a 6-year-old that's like bad at it, but like you can technically read it. That's what it looks like.
Just make a cross, soldier boy.
Yeah, make your merc. We'll fill it in.
So the making your mark seems sufficient. Some of the dryads have wandered into this room and are gasping at the number of books and the wooden paneling and everything that's in this room.
Oh my god!
of our bones, the hills.
Yeah, totally.
Turning to fellow knights and saying, we've walked into a library looking for a cure, and now there's even more politics afoot than we found out when.
Yes.
Why is Sabalin's sister here?
Treachery.
Something seems wrong with this.
Well, Sir Borland is Carador whispers, right, to Lady Ab, yeah. Sir Borland is opposed to the peace. Perhaps his sister is also in the war faction. The poisoning of the Queen, who was the intended target, would make sense for the war faction, although I speak of the highest treason. We must find a cure, though, and the book thief, perhaps.
Okay, so...
Should we follow her?
I think we should
follow her?
We should probably find the cure first, I think. Maybe. Just because if we can't follow through and find her or something, we need to retreat. At least we would have the cure in hand.
Oh yeah, well look, I am a fae, I can dance, I don't make strategy. I will do as you suggest.
Okay, so to Dark Acid, as you're kind of saying these words, two of the dryads, have been kind of following you around. And they come up to you and they're like, so you men age and die, yes? And you are such that is close to death.
I want to give them a look that's just like a very tired old man look. It's just like, I've been hearing that for 20 years.
So they go, you can come with us and live in the trees, and you will live for hundreds of years. As our friend.
I hold up my mace and I say, I like fire, and I still have a duty. We need help finding an antidote to this poison, though, and you seem like you know what you're doing. The dart that the poison came on was red and black. Do you know a red and black poison plant?
I think you've got the dart, right? Because I think you would have brought it with you to... Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you show it to them and they kind of sniff the end, and one of them goes to lick it.
Don't lick it.
Don't do that.
No, let them.
Okay. Yeah, you stop them. You stop them and they go, that does not smell natural. It smells magical.
Then we need an antidote to a magical toxin. Perhaps we won't find it in your woodland.
Yes. Beyond this room is the star room. You'll find a room there that is called Wounds and Healing. Perhaps your answer is there.
And you ladies should step back into your woodland.
Yeah, the ladies
and leave the troubles.
Yeah,
the ladies make men allies. Well, I think Caradog's only talking to the ladies, right? You ladies should step back into your.
All right. So they start to kind of go back, but they're shaking their heads at the wood that's here. And the two that were talking to you, to Darkassian, goes, "Come and see us later. Come and stay with us for a while."
Are you going to show us the library catalog? Because we could use that.
I think I'm just like I was not I've probably been knights, I think, or that sort of thing where like a lot of people are attracted to knights just because of the position or like the idea of them and stuff. But then like these like weird nymphs I've never met or dryads I've never met before, like inviting me to like a sort of demi-plane of Fae realm thing, and I'm just like, maybe I will. Honestly, who knows what'll happen later? I'm just like thinking it over, but
Yep, sure. Sure.
Dryads
Excellent.
never
Okay,
lie.
so
Sorry.
Yeah. So you head towards the door, and you see that Lady M, as you follow these tracks, one footprint is flat to the floor, and the other is just the toes, as though the person is limping with a smashed knee.
Dun dun dun.
Okay, you come to the doors and open the door, and inside there is a room, and it is domed, and the dome is the sky. So it's the stars and yep, and the floor is the world. So it's zeroed in on the river and the islands, and these would be
it's a
the
map
stars
of the
above
kingdom
you.
on a scale of 1 to 1.
Well, yes. There's a kind of there's a pedestal with an orb in the center, which you think probably controls this thing somehow. Arrayed around the edges are many more doors and bookshelves. At the far end of the room, past the pedestal, is a stone archway with double doors in it, and standing in front of the double doors is sitting in front of the double doors is a creature that you would describe as a sphinx. So the body of a cat and the face of a person made of stone. And then there's a whole range of doors, and these footprints head towards a door that is labelled Wounds and Healing.
Just to clarify.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on, Dan.
No, I was going to say, just to clarify, the Sphinx was in front of the far end. Was that where you were told the restricted section was?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Cool.
But the footsteps go to Wounds and Healing.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Like, let's go. It's my take. It's like,
We hurry, I guess, right? We hasten.
Yeah. We go there for the healing and also to inflict wounds upon this this magician.
Okay. Yeah. So you go across and open the door, and you're in a set of catacombs, like that you would store the bodies of the dead in, and lying on in those kind of alcoves, there are hundreds and hundreds of bodies through this catacombs as you kind of go in. The footprints give out. The ink is dried by the dust on the floor, dust and dirt on the floor.
How big does this area seem? Like, would we need to split up maybe to find?
Can't see very far, but it does look quite large. You get the sense that it's quite large.
Okay.
As you're sitting there, as you're kind of standing there working out what to do, one of the figures sits up. And there's a guy there with an arrow through his eye. He goes, more visitors.
I mean, I look at Sir Dre. It's your people.
Yep. And and he's first he says, "Are we sure we're not in the restricted section?" But yeah, I talked to him. What's up, Arroweye?
He hops down and he goes, just hanging out. Just taking it easy. What are you up to?
Yeah. I'm the book burner. How's it going?
Did you not sign the thing and still have book burner above you? Or you just say you're the book burner?
I do. We're looking for an antidote for some poison.
Ooh, poison! And he points kind of off down one of the corridors. He goes, "You want down there's poisonings and drownings."
Is everyone in here killed? Is everyone in here killed in a slightly different way? Is there like a range of horrific endings? going off into the distance. Yeah.
Is this conversation in a magical tongue, or just we can all hear this?
No. He's just he's talking.
Yeah. Okay, so I say the poison is magical in nature. That's very specific.
He goes, poison's not my area. I'm eye sock and arrow.
Okay.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
If you head down to poisons and drowning, there'll be someone down there who's
We'll rush it.
Arroweye.
Make haste.
I don't suppose you've seen anybody else recently in here tiptoeing through.
Oh, Limpy came through. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
I guess there's a new. I guess someone got killed in the leg.
Yeah.
Most flesh was mostly intact. Still had hair. Yeah, not skeletonized at all. He's describing it though she's a corpse. But
she.
Yeah, he goes she. Yeah. Definitely a she.
Yeah, cool.
But
is she still here? Arroweye? I mean, you still have one eye.
Big place. Yeah, but like
which way to axe trauma?
Right? So, axe trauma.
Which way to axe trauma? Yeah.
Axe to the knee trauma. Oh, he goes down there. That's but they're the kind of bleed out though, right?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, bones and compound fractures.
Yeah, but it's got to be bleed out, right? This is mostly. So yeah, probably down that way. Assuming
is that the opposite way? Is that the opposite way to drownings and poisonings?
Yeah.
Sounds like we're splitting the party. I like this. Also, you can barely see the arrow. You're fine.
Let's go with Lady Ebbs. Let's go. Was it Lady Ebb or was it Sir Darkasson who said one of my comrades said let's deal with the antidote first, and I that makes sense to Sir Caradog. So antidote first.
I think if we've cornered this person here, though, and now that we've had the sort of opportunity, I kind of do want to get Limpy.
Yeah, I'm up for Limpy.
This is like phase strategy. So Caradog says, 1 minute it's one idea, next minute it's another idea. Okay.
Andre says to Caradog, why don't you take the dart and go find the cure, and me and Darkessian we'll go check out Limpy.
Are you suggesting, sir, that I ride Meadow Swift in the opposite direction to battle?
Yes. I mean, yes, actually.
Yes.
Well, the answer is no. I'm coming with you.
Then I take the dart and go to the other way. Fine.
No, look.
I'll get the poison.
Let's not do. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay, is anyone going with Sir Dre? Nope, Sir Dre's off on his own. Yeah, that's cool.
Cool.
So just to check,
okay.
Can I check the options? So Dre is going to...
I'm going to go get the poison. I'll take the dart and go get poison relief. Anyone want to go with me? It's exciting.
I'd go that way. Because the quest is to get the...
Going. Yeah.
All right, so you guys head that way, and you guys head that way. As you're heading off, though...
Well, hold on, mate. Hold on. Given that this is... there's what? There's one sensible person here, and it's the fucking pixie. It's a capital for himself. Let's not split up, said Acasson, and let's go with those two.
And I open the book and I write in there, always split the party. Close the book. Put it back.
What do you say now that they have gone that way, said Acasson? What do you say now?
I'm about to
I look longingly at the direction of Limpy, because I'm not calling her by her real name. She doesn't deserve it. And I'll go towards the anti-poison section.
So we don't split the party.
No, so I hand you guys the dart and I go the other way.
That's a real asshole. That's a real asshole move, man.
You guys make up your mind, little man.
We're going the antidote because we're not splitting the party.
Okay, fine.
The guy with the arrow eye goes, "Yeah, I vote we go for the antidote."
Cool.
He's part of the party now,
Cool.
and he seems to be going along with you. He's coming for a walk. But
We've got a follower.
Yeah.
It's like a hireling of sorts.
As you walk along, though, he comes up to you, Sir Dre, and he goes, "Can you really not see the arrow? I mean, that's bad. That's the only reason I'm here, right?"
It's just like that. Like, go ask the mirror how you look. Let's.
Oh,
is there a mirror?
Get a second opinion from the mirror. Of course. Why not?
So where's the mirror? Are you sending him out the door? And
sure.
Okay,
Arrow
he goes,
you,
I'll go check it out.
How long have you been in this room, Arrow Eye?
He goes, 23 years.
You're just a set of. He's just a set of case notes. That's all he is, right? Don't ruin. It's a very big arrow. It's a huge arrow. It would have killed anybody. You're fine.
Yes.
Wouldn't have killed me.
No, probably not. You'd have taken 3 in every, 3 in both eyes, whatever. Wouldn't it?
It's okay, Arrow Eye. 23 years ago, he was probably 40.
Probably.
At least.
All right, so
we're going to poisonings and drownings.
Okay, he walks off to see the mirror because his friend Sir Dre has suggested he goes to it. Okay,
Sir Dre the book burner. Yep.
You see lots more of these. Like, it's kind of an exciting thing to have people wandering around. So people like copping off their benches and saying hello, with their various melodies. As you're walking along, because you're in arrows and head injuries and that sort of stuff, you come across the usurper holding his head under his arm. He goes, Lady M, Lady M, it's me, Lady M.
You have a fan.
I look sort of sternly.
Great work. He's going like a clean cut. Look at this, everyone. I'm the exemplar for this. Beheadings. Look at that. It's amazing. And clearly it is highly detailed case notes that have been taken of the usurper's body by Marlon the Magnificent. But this person isn't the usurper. It's like the body of the usurper, if that makes sense.
And I look at the usurper and then I turn to the party and go, wait, this is a place of those that have died.
Well, it's Marlin's notes. This is like a
on those who have died, not those who slumber.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
But the slumber, did we get the idea when we saw them fall into the slumber that we know that it will kill them soon, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're right. We might find someone who's died of it who never got the antidote, but maybe they'll know the antidote if Marlin noted it.
Yeah,
maybe
that's it. Okay. I just had the question mark over whether we're maybe getting deeper and deeper into this people who have died, and maybe this is a poison of you're going to sleep forever magically, and
hopefully we'll find someone who knows the antidote, I guess.
All right, so you come to poisons and drownings and all the poison. There's a few people following along. The usurper's following along because you killed him, so his body somehow knows you. And there's a few others kind of hanging around. But when you come to poison and drownings, a lot of people come off and go, like the poison and drowning people are all hopping off and going, is it a poisoning? Is it a drowning?
Basically, announce it's a magical poison. This magical poison causes slumber.
Oh, so they go slumber poison, and they're like all looking around and shouting at each other. It's like, Marlon comes in and has a conference with these people when there's a case, and so they know what to do. So they all come together and they're trying to solve
So Dark Aston still has the dart, right? Don't you still have the dart?
I think I do. I can't remember if I gave it to the. I don't. I guess I got it back from the Dryads.
Yeah.
Or no, I did give it to you. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. So Dre is like, do you have an antidote for this?
Okay, so they all take a good look at it and get into a conference.
Go ahead
and they
taste
go,
it. It's fine.
Can a dead body die? That is the question you're asking me, and the answer is no. They taste it and go, I can't taste anything. Do your taste buds work? They can't die from this.
Oh, it's just upsetting for them now.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I apologize.
They go, well, I didn't know I taste things. This is a big deal. I was going, maybe we should go and get some cake and see if we can taste that. They're all like distracted for a minute, but they get back. They get back on track. They're like, is there someone? Yes, someone comes forward and goes, oh, yes, I was poisoned by this. Yes, this is me. It's me, everyone. It's me. And they're all like clapping.
Okay, we get this person and like, so what is it that killed you? How can it be undone before?
Yes, it's a hive of wasps. They have a particular poison in their stinger. They put their victim to sleep and lay their eggs in them, and then they live for a while and then die. And this woman is like opening her stomach, and you can see the eggs. See the eggs here.
And how are these magical beasts?
Yes, they're definitely. They would be in the restricted section with the magical beasts. Yes.
God.
Of course they will.
And the antidote would be
their saliva, of course. Of course,
Aye.
it's their saliva. In case they accidentally sting each other, they can lick each other. Like when people lick, lots of creatures when they lick things, they
right
remember?
away. Like,
It's a common phrase.
This is entirely your fault, Tanya. Because they lick each other to heal. I mean, we know where that came from.
oh,
Are you guys allowed in the restricted section? Have you ever been in there? I mean, the wasps
you need
are
us to
there.
come in. I'll come with you.
Come on.
I get it.
No.
The wasp that stung me. It could be the wasp that stung me. I could say hi.
Yeah. Well, you'd be able to point them out, right? For sure.
I'm no longer sure that Tadre is actually working for us.
Sounds like a
You
great
think
plan.
he's working with the warmongers?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
the dead are my people, so like I feel at home here.
I'm like 50% confident that if they step out of this hall, they'll like collapse into like piles of dust.
That's what I wanted to see, actually.
But I'm happy to go with this because it's like we're on a quest in the weird, and that's all good. Like this person could maybe cross the portal and turn to dust, or maybe they'll follow us and be this sort of like weird tag along. We'll find out.
Yeah, why not? It could hurt.
I'm intent. But as soon as I've heard it's these wasps, then that section, I'm beelining off for it.
Beelining. I see what you did there.
Thank you.
Let's get a really good description of these wasps. They're not red and black wasps, are they? Or something that makes them.
How did you know that?
It's amazing.
How did you know?
I mean, I may be small and not very sensible, but you know.
And he's bald.
So they're big. They're big wasps, and she gives you dimensions and
How big are these wasps we're looking for? How big are these wasps we're looking for?
They're big wasps. Yeah, quite big. Big as a bread.
How do we get their saliva?
Okay.
She goes, I'm not a saliva expert. Sorry.
We need to catch one, don't we? And then have whatever's in its mouth, I suppose. Take whatever's in its mouth.
Yeah.
Maybe
you can carry it around.
If anyone as I'm looking about, I'm going to look about for anyone that's got a bag. Maybe the usurper has a bag for his head.
Yeah.
We need a bag.
Oh, yes, he totally has. Yeah. Do you need the bag? He said the other way. Sure.
Yeah. Let's take
bloody bag that he's handing to you.
Yeah.
I asked the room, the dead people room, does anyone know how to get past the Sphinx in here?
We go, Sphinx? What's a Sphinx?
Okay,
And then
never
someone at
mind.
the back goes, I was killed by a Sphinx. Everyone turns around and there's this person there and they go, no, I wasn't really. I just wanted to sound important.
Aw.
You were killed because you were a compulsive liar.
Yep.
Yes! That's true. That's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
But he says no.
No.
No. And all the people around him are nodding. Yes, that's
How dare you?
Brilliant.
All right. So you're taking the wasp sting lady with you?
Sure.
And head to the Sphinx.
Yeah.
And head to where the Sphinx is.
Yeah. And so a few people ask you on the way out, Sir Dre, any messages from the living?
Yeah. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, you guys should all stay here. You're doing a great job. You all look fantastic. And try to stay vigilant in death.
Thanks. Okay, you get to the door. They're all like going, did you hear the special message from the living? These people have no memory of being alive or whatever.
Awesome.
Okay, you come to the door and there's a pile of ash out the front of the door as you're about to walk out and an arrow lying in the ash.
See, we gotta leave B lady behind.
I'm sorry, Arrow Eye guy. I didn't know. He's dead, right? He turned into
so he can talk to you because you can speak to the dead. So he goes, hey, it's
Yeah.
all right. It was an adventure.
Yeah. How do you feel different now? Everything okay? Kind of the same?
I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, I might hang around and haunt this for a while. I don't really know how to do that, but I guess I'll get
Do you
some
want me to
tips.
scoop you up and move you to a better spot? Is that cool?
Maybe put me in a pot or something. That'd be good. To
Ah,
lie
yeah.
on the floor and
I'm sure there's a
trample them.
pot. Is there a pot anywhere nearby?
Yeah.
Like an urn?
Yeah, there's a You
There's a
pop
bunch
him
of
in
them.
an
I look in one. There's ash in there. I'm like, sorry, vacation. And I tip it upside down and put Arrow Guy in there.
Yeah, I see this happening, and I take my sort of purse pouch, and I leave down silver coin, and I scoop up into my purse pouch the ash of the bee lady, and take it on my belt.
Nice.
Solid. Yeah. Right.
Because
Excellent.
I've watched what you do now, and so let's bring her with us.
Totally.
Yeah,
Why
nice.
not?
And so the last thing is the arrow guy says, "Can you put my arrow in?"
Totally.
But
I stir the pot a little with it. There you go, man. You look good.
You lot are properly grim. Now, can we go and meet? Can we go and meet the Sphinx, please?
Okay, so you walk across to the Sphinx, and the Sphinx
And bow.
sits up from its slumber. And the Sphinx goes, "You must answer my questions 3."
I think I just muttered, like, why is it always 3?
Yeah.
It goes, it's tradition.
Ask away.
Who is the wisest in the land?
It must surely be Marlin the Magnificent.
You think that, do you?
I
Do you think it's you?
I'm
gonna go ask the mirror.
Well, yeah, you know what the mirror's going to say.
You're doing
Does it
great.
Does it matter whether I believe this or not?
Okay, so it seems to accept that answer in the end. And then,
Is it,
so it asks...
Is the next question who's the handsomest?
No, the next question is a 17-part question that is just droning on and on and on. And 6 of the people went to such and such, and 12 more came. It's one of those, like, you have to keep track of the numbers in your head kind of ones. And at the end, there is no trick that it's the one person going to St. Ives, that you must make an incredibly complicated calculation.
Well, I once beat a dragon in a game of chance, so I'm just going to guess.
Okay, do you want me to just do an oracle and see if you got it right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes, that is correct. Maybe Marlon isn't the wisest in the land.
42.
You never got that one at all. Okay, and then the Sphinx asks its third question. And the question is just why?
Why not?
Honor.
Okay,
To save Marlin's life.
What do you say, Sir Caradog?
Well, I was going to go with Sir Dre's answer, to be honest. Why not? But I think why the only answer to why, which makes any sense at all, is because.
Yes.
Okay, it nods its head. Thank you for answering my question.
I want to maybe ask. I was lying. I said honor, but it isn't my real reason why.
Oh.
What is it?
My real reason why is love.
Oh. Awesome.
No, it goes, that's a great answer.
But I don't say that out loud.
Oh, you don't say that.
This is my point. I've said honor, but then thinking on it and looking at my name, I'm like, yeah, I've said love. It's actually love. And so it knows that I've got the answer wrong. Me.
Yeah, so the Sphinx does not say anything of that, and it causes you to think, hang on, is this a real Sphinx? This is something that Marlon has written about a Sphinx. This Sphinx has no asking you stupid questions with no point. It has not the brain of a Sphinx.
I guess we just walk past the Sphinx then. But we might each of us in turn glance at Lady Ebb like, oh, that was a strange look on her face after she said honor.
Yeah. Excellent. Okay, so you go through the doors and there's a pentagonal room with a pentagram etched on the floor. And there are 4 doors with categories on them, and the one you're looking for, insects, scorpions, other creepy crawlies, is probably the one you're looking for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Other creepy crawlers.
All right, so you head in, and there is a giant scorpion there as you open the door that punches the door and causes you to pull back. It is guarding the door aggressively with its pincers and tail.
Does anyone have a ranged weapon? Does anyone have anything to throw at this? Okay, no.
Or a flaming weapon?
I have a flaming weapon. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna light my mace, and I'm just gonna try and scare it back.
All right, give us a roll.
Not bad.
Is one good?
Yeah, one is you scare it off, but it's like following you closely and like you're pushing it just a little bit away. But it's enough that you can all kind of get in the room and start looking around. But you're going to have to keep your mace on it. or it will attack you, or you can roll again and try and.
No, I'm just gonna focus on that. I'll let everyone else investigate the room and everything. I'll just go like ha ha and like keep scaring it back.
Yeah.
I'll hold my spear along with you, in case you need help.
So in this room, there are there are webs covering the ceiling, and you can hear the spiders up there scuttling. It's quite horrific down here. Lots of creepy crawlies. And a giant centipede-like creature.
Any sound of buzzing?
Yes. You hear buzzing in the distance. It's past this centipede creature who has the face of an octopus.
Oh.
Wow. All right, beautiful. Well, I could go and scout out that buzzing quite quickly and then come back for you all, if that's the wasps.
Oh, sure. You get to split the party. I see how it is.
Well, you're staying here. You're staying here. Well, we could all go together if we decide to take out the scorpion. Let's do that instead.
I put a little of I rub my spear head on the poison, and I stab the scorpion.
Yeah. The scorpion, obviously, you'll have to get in close, so it's a roll to stab it without it getting you. Have a go.
I might just try hucking it, if I could.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a spear. You could throw it probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's got tough armor, so I will give you there's a chance it just bounces off.
I got a 1.
Unless you actually
probably bounces.
You got a 1.
Mm-hmm.
No, a 1 it nicks it, but it's going to take a while before it goes to sleep. It's only got a small dose. So you just wait it out for a little while.
Yeah, I just turn to whatever Darkassin. Say, yeah. So how's knighting going for you? You know.
How old is Sir Dre?
Let's see.
Because it's going to color my response.
I'm going to say that didn't really work out how I wanted it to be, but I'm going to say 20. He's youngish. Okay.
I'm going to give you a withering old man look and say, how's knighting going?
Mm-hmm.
Could we? I mean, maybe we could get someone with a heavy weapon to hit the scorpion. Maybe Lady Ebb could hit it, and I could try and distract it.
Yeah,
and we'll finish it off.
Yeah, sure. Like maybe I just ask Darkassin, you mind, help a brother out with the scorpion?
I'll just shrug my shoulders. I'll just rush it and try to just beat it in the face with a flaming mace, I guess. And if Sir, I forget Paulo's name, Lady Ebb, if you want to help as well, we could just try to end this thing here and now.
We'll all go in there, yeah. If everyone's happy.
I'm wanting to make haste.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. All right. So you're taking the lead, Sir Darkassin. So make the roll.
Okay. Is that bad or good?
Bargain.
That's a 4, so it's a devil's bargain. So you could say, you can give a dark secret if you want. You can say what you want to do and what it does in return. I'll say what it does in return. Or you can say what it does, and I say what you do in return.
Wait, so how does the dark secret work exactly?
So you say something which is sufficiently troubling and horrifying. So it's a secret that you regret. You don't tell anybody, but it's a thing that you establish about your character that will cause problems for you later. And the how bad the secret is how well you do.
Okay.
I have a suggestion.
Go for it.
My suggestion would just be trade damage, given the time, and this is a one shot. You just devil's bargain and say we kill it and see what white bread pays us off with.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with I'll say also, in terms of my names, I have like the Unfallen and Venerable. So I'm fine with like if it's really bad for me in some way, I'm fine. I'm good with that. But yeah, I'll try to as long as the result is this thing is maybe literally it's like face and eyes are like literally cooking because my flaming mace.
Yeah. So if you want to hit it in the face, I think it's a pretty dangerous creature. I think it will sting you, and you'll start to be poisoned and potentially die.
Okay, that's fine. I think I'll get. I think everyone can see that I get hit by a stinger, but I'll downplay how bad it is.
Yeah, cool. Okay, all right. So you head past. You take the scorpion out. And you head further down. The centipede with the squid head moves in to attack you. But you think that's the only thing standing now between you and the hive? Well, except the wasp in the hive.
Can I hit it? Can I hit it with my? Can I try to hit it with my pixie blade and put it to sleep?
Yes, you certainly can. It has many tentacles, though, so you're putting yourself at risk of the tentacle.
Can I ask Dante to throw the die for me again, please? Hold on, let me shake it for a second. Now you can. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
1.
It was another 1 for you.
Okay,
I'm going to use.
Yep.
I'm going to use wielder of the pixie blade that cannot kill for a reroll.
Yeah. Roll away.
Dante, that's you.
Oh yeah. I just realized I was like, why
Devil's bargain.
No, because I have to roll.
Okay, devil's bargain. I put it to sleep.
Okay.
With a swift jab of the pixie blade.
Yeah. So you put it to sleep, which is not fatal, and it hits you with one of its tentacles, and the left side of your body is drooping, and you can't fly with that wing. Your paralysis will, as its sleep will disappear, your paralysis will disappear. But for now, the left side of your body is all floppy.
So I'm kind of lolling in the saddle on the hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
If we have to come back through here, do we want to? And I mime like squashing a bug.
Yeah, I was going to say
I nod lopsidedly.
I take the spear that was thrown and just thrust it in.
Yep. All right, you thrust it in. She's left your spear, Sir Dre, sitting in the beast, but it is dead.
Oh, you took it back out?
Yeah, I can pull it back out as well.
I'm just going to... Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah, hand it back.
Okay. All right, so you come upon the wasps, and you see Lady Borland is there before you, and she's cowering away from you. And her knee is perfectly fine. Thank you very much. Completely healed. But she's agitated that you've kind of caught her. She's going, I never meant to hurt the queen.
Before she says anything else, I say, "What glamour is this?" as I rush forward and smash her leg again.
All right, she's going to try and flee from that, so you're going to need to roll.
Yeah. Okay. We did it in the dice roll. Let me just. D6.
Nice.
Bang.
Nice. Bang. You take her leg down. She's fallen on the ground at your mercy.
Does she look basically like she's been stung by the wasps or whatever?
She has not been stung by the wasps, but the wasps are buzzing around.
Basically, I take the bag that I gathered up before from the usurper, and who looks like they're free and competent out of, it'll be either like one of Brian or Dante's characters. Like, I'll flow the bag their direction.
I was injured by the scorpion, so
Yeah,
I got
probably
it.
not me.
Yeah. So I throw the
I
bag.
got it.
I throw the bag, and I'll take care of our now assassin
Mm-hmm.
or would-be assassin.
When you say you're taking care, are you?
Oh no, I'm not killing.
performing
No. I'm.
Oh, okay.
I want to bring them back. I want to bring them back because I want this to be cleared up.
Yeah.
Can we?
Tie
Can we?
it up a hand. Yeah.
Yeah, basically,
Can we
I'm grabbing
binding?
hands behind back, grabbed up, hoisted up.
Yep.
Right. She's trussed up. You've got her. Okay. So how are you going to? Oh, you can talk to the bag. The bag's like, hey.
Oh no, there's
There
two
what?
bags. There's two bags. There's my little purse that's got the remains in it, and there's a bigger bag that I brought
For
for
saliva.
capturing wasps.
Yes. Great. So how are you going to capture a wasp, Sir Dre?
With the bag, I'm just gonna try to, do the like a butterfly
Scoop.
net almost.
Yep. So the risk, of course, is that you get stung. So
Yeah.
carry on.
But I'm gonna see. Maybe I can I fix it to my spear?
Yes. Make more of a net shape for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
And maybe,
I tell you what, if you, in order to make that easier, Starcassen's flaming mace to produce smoke to calm them down, and then snag one bag. But when Sir Caradog says this, it's kind of obscured because he's drooling out of the paralyzed side of his mouth. It takes him a moment to get there, but use some smoke.
Yeah, so I'll try
Dre's
to.
thinking-
I don't know.
Dre was thinking
I have extra like tar
be a
and
great
oil
banjo
and stuff,
player.
so I just start burning the extra tar and oil, all my tar and oil that I have on me. Just try to create as much smoke as possible as we approach these things.
And I'm like tying the bag onto the. I'm like, affixing it to my spear so I can get a little distance from it.
So these are fire wasps. So they're calm in the smoke, but they also are drawn to it. So one of them even comes over.
Cool.
So you can grab one.
Can we put the smoke in the bag then?
Draw them in with the smoke. Yeah, I'll let you do that. That makes sense. Yeah. So you draw one in the bag and kind of, it seems cocooned in there and relaxed with some smoke. Maybe you put a bit of smoking tar in with it, and it's kind of, the others are quite calm. Yep. All right. What are you doing now? Heading off?
Scarper.
Yeah. Bring the would-be assassin. Bring the hopefully main component for the cure. Bring the remains of the person who we've got someone who can talk to the dead to find out about putting the cure together.
Yep.
I think that's
And
everything we
I look
can
at
get
Darkess
from
and I'm like, you're looking a little peaky.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
You sure?
I'm sure.
We'll take the stinger from the scorpion to fabricate an antidote for Darkassen when Marlin is conscious again.
Okay.
Yeah, let's hurry up because this old diehard here, I want him to make his 100th birthday, so we'll take the stinger to fabricate an antidote.
Okay.
And
So
you
you're
get
heading
the
off.
honors with your axe. Em can get it. She's got this.
So
I have no idea about human ages, right? I mean, it's all the same to me.
yeah. So you're heading back through the rooms, and you get to past the room of herbs and poisons, and so Darkassen, if you just go in there, you can live for a long time in a tree.
Yeah, so I was thinking about this, but I think what I would try to do is I would go up, leave the library first, make sure everything gets resolved, and then try to make it back to the trees maybe. But I don't know how long I have in terms of this poison. But I'm duty first, and then we'll see.
That could be so tragic as well if you try to get back and then die on the threshold.
Yeah. Oh,
Such is life.
I mean, I think probably through the drool, I tried to counsel against it, because dryads are very pretty, the men and the women, and it's like Nixies, they're all very pretty, but the conversation, imagine a dryad conversation forever, honestly. But that just comes out.
But it comes out like.
They're telling horror stories of bookshelves, and then they're a bookshelf.
and then they sanded the wood, and then they stained the wood.
Oh yeah, go to sleep or the wood carver will get you.
Yeah, and you try to tell them a horror story of someone having their hand cut off, and they're like, "It'll grow back. What's the problem?" So nothing. The hand was chopped off. Yeah, who cares? Like whatever.
I do think I am missing a few fingers. Like I'm probably missing like a pinky on one hand and maybe a ring finger on the other.
Sounds right. Okay. So you get to the mirror room, and the Marlin, the mirror, goes, "Hey, hope you had a great time and got all your answers. I'm sure you did. You know what you're doing."
I pull out the book and I write, "Where's the exit?"
Before you write that, I think I am honestly just gonna smash this mirror with my mace. I think I'm over the library. I'm over this man. There could be consequences to this, but I'm gonna smash it.
Yeah, you smash it, and the guy as you come towards with the hammer to hit it, with your mace to hit it, goes, "You're going to do a great job."
I secretly put a shard of the mirror in my pocket. This is for later.
I'm sorry. I think maybe it was just me, but it was getting to everyone, right?
Oh yeah. No, that was on point.
Pretty annoying.
No foul.
Okay, so you write in the book and nothing happens.
Sit in the chair.
Oh yeah.
No chair here.
Oh, that's right. There's no chair.
So Sarah is like making noises through her gag.
Yeah. It's not gagged there.
No, I haven't gagged her. Oh, she says, "I know the answer, but I would require a trade for it."
There's no trade. Tell us the answer. We all die here.
Mm-hmm. And I take a whatever fire and hold the book. I'm
if
the
you're
book
holding
burner.
it fire to the book,
Yeah.
go, no, don't burn the book.
That's what I thought you
We will
said.
be trapped forever. The library would be destroyed.
Mm.
All right. So your flame thing convinces her, and she tells you just have to say, "Got my answer."
Okay, we'll do it.
That's it. And then you do it, and then bang, you're back in the tent, and
Head straight back for the island.
Yeah. The servant looks surprised as when you appear. You head back.
When we get back to the tent, I do want to gag her because we're gonna have to go past her brother in a moment, and I don't want her to lie to everyone about what happened.
Best to find another bag to put over her head, actually, so that her brother doesn't starve.
Yeah.
She's got
we gag her.
Cloak. She's got the black cloak that she has.
Gag her and hide her face. Gag her and hide her face.
Okay, so you see the army is quite agitated, but nothing has happened yet. And the goblins on the other side some of them are throwing rocks, but they're not yet firing arrows or anything. And the rocks aren't making it across the river, but there's a tension here. Right, you get to the boat and it eases across and you're on the island. The princess is there and she looks worried, and the goblins are all still quite agitated.
I basically say... I'll let you finish, sorry.
Only Marlin is the only one who looks calm, because he's lying kind of in a very chill, like he's lying down as though he's having a nap. The princess looks much more like fraught as she's kind of lying and curled up. But he's just lying down and just lay on his back, put his arms out, and had a sleep while he's waiting for the cure to arrive or not.
We have to do this wasp in, don't we? Sorry, Tanya. What was Lady Eb going to say?
I'm going to take the assassin and hand it to the white bear. Hand her to the white bear. We find the assassin.
Oh, because it looks like the assassin because it's got the cloak on. He's going.
The cloak, the limp.
Yeah. The limp. Yes, of course, you put the limp back. Okay, well, that's pretty convincing then. So he's like, okay. And so that calms them down a bit. And then you produce a bag with a wasp in it, which caused them some concerns, but I think you explain and yeah. Okay, so yep, go ahead.
Yeah, it's just basically trying. You said Marlin's awake, but a little bit chilled from having some mild poison.
Oh, so you're doing Marlin first?
Well, I
tried on him first.
I don't know. It's like is he asleep, or is it, you said he's got his arms back, and I don't know. Is he awake?
He knew the effects of the poison. He just lay down and had a good nap while he's waiting to die. He's very chill with it. Like, I'll just lie down here, and I know I'll go to sleep, and then maybe I'll die.
I'll ask the white bear. I said, do you want us to test this antidote on Marlin first, or on your princess first?
He says on the human.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm letting them take lead on this.
That'll be better because then Marlin can do a stand-up job on both the antidote for the Goblin Princess and the antidote with the scorpion tail for Sadar-Kassan. So we'll have to kill the wasp, though, won't we? The unfortunate wasp has to die.
We just need to get his saliva.
Well, yeah. Well, we're not going to say like spit into this for me, please. So what we could do. I mean,
we just milk it.
You could
Is there a tongue depressor?
And kill it.
No tongue depressors in medieval times?
Well, there might be, but I don't think you can have one on the island. They didn't stock it with tongue depressors.
Wasp tongue depressor.
Yeah. Oh, yes, we've got one of those.
Like, I'll see if I'll also mention, like, we also brought back the remains of someone who was killed by one of these by this very same poison, and we can converse with and learn how to produce the antidote. So.
Yeah, excellent. So you talk, Dre, you talk to the purse, and the thing says, "Oh no, just apply the saliva directly to the stinger site. That will do the." So yeah, are you holding the bag with the wasp like this, or scooping some
very cautiously,
and
like
putting it in?
Yeah, I've already been. I don't want to be stung by these things.
Yeah, so maybe if a little bit of more smoke in the room would probably help. So perhaps you do a little bit of smoke as well.
Cool.
I'm also thinking we can tie the bag like around its midriff so it pins its wings in place, and it just has the front half sticking out, and we can.
How big is this thing? Is it like the size of a American football?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bigger. Yeah, bigger than a football. Yeah. Okay, so you put some saliva on Marlin's wound, and in a couple of minutes he wakes up. He goes, "Oh, you found it! Excellent!" And sits up.
And I look to the goblins,
and they're going like, "Yeah, okay. Put it on the princess." Yep, you apply it to the princess, and she wakes up, and she embraces the queen, and they're both crying with joy. When the queen stands up, she turns to you and says, "This is the most important quest you have ever done for me, and you have done exceedingly well." She does look up and down. She just look up and down the pixie and kind of, he's drooling out of one side of his face. Is he okay?
He'll be fine. Lady Borland was the one who attacked you, and so we should probably take her relation into custody.
She goes, yes, perhaps we will go and do that in a minute. First, we will sign the treaty. And she, Marlon goes, oh, of course, that makes perfect sense. And then he explains that he and Lady Borland were in a relationship some years ago, and she still had access to the book. He didn't think of that.
We know.
Of course, it makes sense. But he explains it in excruciating detail.
Mhm.
We were very intimate. It was very loving. Like, it's very like everyone has got, dude. Like,
Just worse than the injuries.
Like we smashed the mirror, but we can't actually smash him.
well, you can, but yeah,
Not right now.
not right now. Yeah. Okay. So you head across in a boat, perhaps two of you, and arrest Sir Borland. He claims to have no knowledge of it. But all that'll be sorted out at the trial. But yes, the Queen is delighted. The treaty is signed. Peace has come to the kingdoms.
I do want to ask Marlon. I want to see if he can make a antidote for the scorpion for me.
Yes. He can make you an antidote, but he says there are some side effects.
What are the side
antidote.
effects?
Unfortunately, he says this is terrible, and I'm sorry to say this, and I hope you won't be alarmed. I will have to rewind you and make you younger. I know that will be a tragedy for you, sir.
How much younger?
Perhaps 14 or so.
So I'll be like a 90-year-old man in a 14-year-old's body.
Cool.
Yeah.
This is he does have to think it through. Actually, he has to. I think he'll eventually accept, because he's like, technically, I feel like I could serve longer and better then. But yeah, that's a nightmare for anyone. That's a true body horror situation to be thrown back to pubescent boy when you're like 90.
Excellent. So, in short order, your colleague is too small to fit his armor and has difficulty swinging his mace.
Wow.
I've been
right.
sitting there. I've been writing in the book, and I slap it up, and here's your book back, and I've written a dirty letter in there.
He picks his book up and goes, "Oh yeah, you guys have been in my library. That's a pretty personal space, you know."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Lady Borland smashed a mirror or something. There was glass everywhere.
Oh yeah, she'd be jealous. She'd be jealous of me, of course.
Who wouldn't be? Who wouldn't
be? She's like, yeah, I broke up with her, and then she's being carried off with couples going, "It was not. It was." Like, that's the thing she screams about. It wasn't. It's not how it happened. All right, I think we are done. You have successfully saved the peace treaty and the Goblin Princess as advertised. How? And that was a challenge. It was advertised, not that we're certain. How? Let's do reflections quickly. Perhaps we'll start with Sir Caradoc, who eventually his feeling returns to his face, but never quite. It's always like, am I drooling? You know, just occasionally checking because you're never quite sure.
Yeah, kind of. He has to be careful which side of his hair he gets off now, otherwise he falls over. You know, on the slightly gammy leg. He flies a lot more, but it doesn't fly in quite a straight line anymore. I didn't fly very much, but I did bring it up. So that was winged, and I did use my hair, and
definitely used the blade.
And I did wield the pixie blade that cannot kill. I quite like having a blade with with words, like a slightly magical crossover there with a fighty character. So that was good. I really enjoyed the game. I thought it was an interesting mix of characters.
Yeah, it was. It was a great mix. You guys came up with an excellent characters. If I was going to add a name, what would you add? I was thinking there was that scene in the catacombs where you were like, "Am I the most
Grumpy?
sensible one here?" Yeah, it was like you're actually wise or something, as opposed to this kind of airhead pixie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was just. It was funny because Brian and I were talking about a dungeon crawl and the other day, and I said to him, "Look, Brian, the thing is, if we're going to play a dungeon crawl, I take dungeon crawls quite seriously." And Brian was like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, "I've been playing dungeon crawls for more than 40 years, Brian. I don't fuck about with things like splitting the path."
Yeah, so, he was trying to talk me into running.
I said, because if you fuck about down there, everybody dies, you know. So I was only a joke really, but I was giving him the shtick of like, you know, dungeon crawling is really serious business, and then he decides to pull that tonight. I'm going to split the party. So that was more me than the pixie, but yeah, maybe improbably wise pixie might work.
Yeah, improbably wise. Yeah,
I like that.
Beautiful. All right. Okay. Shall we do Sir Dre?
My third name was lighthearted, by the way.
Troublemaker.
Oh, that's yeah. You definitely were lighthearted.
Troublemaker is a good one. Yeah. And
messenger, yeah, you did the. You definitely used the messaging, and you talked to the grave talker. You talked to the dead.
Mm-hmm.
What would you add? What was some scenes that were impactful?
Anyone? Through the spear at the scorpion, and you were grabbing the bees or hornets or wasps.
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel like I was a court jester in my past life.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that. You were scooping up the body of the dead person, putting him in the thing. That was pretty funny.
Arrow Eye was fun. I liked him.
I kind of feel like that was quite a bit of a, not quite fully Funhouse dungeon, but it had that gonzo feel, but it was done really well. That's probably one of the best Funhousey gonzo dungeon type experiences I've had.
Yeah.
Usually I bounce off them quite a bit because they just get too silly, or they become like I think the idea of the quest and the import of it kept us on task even while all that stuff was going on, like the mirror, the people in the kit, all that. It was still really tight. I really liked that.
Yeah, some of it reminded me of the Stygian Library. If anyone has played that, some of the stuff in that is dark, but some of it's actually pretty like lighthearted. Like
I was definitely thinking of that when I wrote this. Yeah, when I was thinking the library. It's cool.
Yeah,
I should get that. I've seen that, but I've never actually grabbed it. I should get it because I think I'll enjoy that. All right, so quickly, Sir Dre, what do we add? Is there a name we add? Something. He was like
Troublemaker.
A jester in a way.
Troublemaker. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Okay, excellent. Now, what about the Lady M?
What was that for me?
So you hit the assassin quickly and then dropped your axe to kind of encourage peace. That was good.
Yeah. I kind of feel like go for it. You love something. Go.
I love that you did the same wound to the assassin
totally.
At the end. Like it was like when I hit someone, they stay hit. You know, like it was beautiful.
I felt it was some sort of chicanery afoot. So it's just like no.
Don't recover from that. The bit that stuck in my mind about Lady Ebb was very early on. the speech to Sir Borland. The speech
Yeah.
to Sir Borland was
Yeah.
really notable.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, she was trying to find that pathway to get what the Queen wanted. Yeah. And what about the love? The love was the moment, right? That was
cool.
Yeah.
For me, that was the sort of like the tell. Because even in the middle of that gonzo with the Sphinx that will just believe whatever you say, like, for me to have lied and then get past, and I know on some level, I know I've lied, is, yeah. Thanks.
Well, she was,
Thank you for that.
You were definitely the most chivalrous of all of us, I think.
I think driven was definitely
she was driven. I think the love is something probably we could, if we ever did a second session, I'm not sure we would, but maybe it's driven is the extra name. Is that what you?
Yeah.
That's a great name too, by the way. Yeah, that's very helpful.
And I think it's sort of like that. I like the idea of having names that come into conflict.
Yes, yeah.
Like this idea of like, am I actually doing what I'm doing because of because of honor and loyalty and duty and all those good chivalrous things, or am I and being driven to them, or is love this sort of like force that could subvert that? Like putting those in conflict becomes like moments of drama.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that was really good. This is a great character. All right, not last but not least, Cedric Cassett.
Mm-hmm.
I think he is. I don't know. I really enjoyed the smashing of the mirror. That was great. Like that is it. I have had it. How far I could push you guys in that stupid mirror. But
totally.
I was so pleased that he smashed it. It was spot on.
My personal impulse was to smash it when I first figured out how it was working. But I was like, oh, but he wouldn't do that as a character. It doesn't make sense. He's more stoic and he'd be fine with it. And then I got hit by a giant scorpion and I was like, I'm now done with the mirror. I'm now done with the library.
I'm done with this stupid place where there's a fake scorpion that still stings me, and that was good. So
there was a bit of a curmudgeonly old man thing going on, which is now now you're going to be a curmudgeonly 14-year-old, like the character in the Umbrella Academy.
I haven't seen the Umbrella Academy, but that is how I do feel personally as a very young person. I'm like an old person in my head. I'm curmudgeon-y. I'm like, get off my lawn. I just want to sit here and drink some whiskey. So the character became more like myself at the end.
So curmudgeonly
is pretty good.
The name. Yeah, that's good. I like that. That's cool. I like it that he'd still keep his missing fingers and scars though as a youth. Or I don't know if that's appropriate or not. Yeah, I have to decide that. But that'd be pretty cool. Yeah,
it's just an incredibly scarred 14-year-old.
All right, that was awesome, folks. I had a great time with that. So
good job, Whitebread.
Yeah, was cool. That was a lot of fun.
I honestly didn't know what you were going to do with this. I was like, okay, that's a hodgepodge of stuffs. Let's see how this goes.
I didn't know till a few hours ago when I woke up in the middle of the night and worked it out. So I'm glad it came together.
Cool. Lovely to play with some. Play with Dante and Tanya. So it's great to have a new group.
Fantastic. This is a great group of people. Yeah, all excellent players. It's great to have this server where we can find people like us to play with. It's really exciting.
And I did record this.
Well, thanks everyone.
By the way.
Oh, okay. So cool. Same sort of gig. If you send us a copy and we all are happy, then we might put it up. Okay.
Totally.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
But we'll have to be happy. If you're not happy, just say no and we won't. But
it won't matter at all.
Nice.
Well, I mean, the play's the thing, right? That was beautiful. I mean, we didn't get any dark secrets or anything, but it was still a beautiful, hopefully FKR experience. For FKR,
fantastic.
Yeah, it was
awesome.
It was a great time. Thank you.
Yeah, Thanks, everyone.
Awesome. Let's let Paul get to bed.
Have a good Sunday,
Cool.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Bye bye.
Cool.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye.